Hello. Welcome to this week's broadcast from Tushington Hall. The Booby-Dingle by-election has come and gone, and I have to say it didn't go quite as one had planned. One thought everything was going swimmingly on election day. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. I'd started the day with an early morning ride with my new head groom. And then the exit polls were announced. They were somewhat unreliable, mainly due to the fact that there were hardly any people exiting the polling station. Turnout was very low. In fact, the exit pollsters had so much time on their hands that one of them was only 4 pages off completing War and Peace. Turns out that the date of the Booby-Dingle by-election coincided with our postmistress, Miss Chadwick's, appearance in round 1 of the new series of Mastermind. And it would appear that most of the village had gone up to Broadcasting House to support her, and rightly so. Miss Chadwick successfully negotiated round 1 and, would you believe, qualified for round 2, which was being recorded on the same day. Unfortunately, her second specialist subject, the history of the English biscuit, 1870 to 1941, was not quite as au fait as her first round specialist subject, the life and works of Bob Carolgees and Spit the dog, on which she scored maximum marks. If you're a millennial or Gen Z, you may need to Google Tiswas to ascertain how prolific Bob Carolgees was. I've digressed awfully, haven't I? Even though the Booby-Dingle coach party was late leaving London, there was still ample time for them to get back to the village to cast their votes for me before the 10 p.m. deadline. Unfortunately, on the way back from Broadcasting House, the coach driver stopped to assist a hitchhiker, who turned out to be Uri Geller, the spoon-bending chap. Well, within minutes of him boarding the vehicle, all electrical applications had ceased to function, including the coach itself and people's phones and other gadgetry. It was only following a lengthy debate, after which a vote was taken in favour of ejecting Mr. Geller from the vehicle on the hard shoulder of the M25, that the coach started up again and arrived back in Booby-Dingle and outside the polling station at 10:01. Only for one's supporters to be informed by the Jobsworth on the door that the Booby-Dingle polling station was officially closed and no further votes could be cast. Absolute bastards. I'm sure you'll all agree. So, I have here in my hand the official results of the Booby-Dingle by-election 2023. Richard Head. Yes, quite. Richard Head, the late Bastard Party, 189 votes. Tish Tushington, the Make Booby-Dingle Better Party, 4 votes. Spoilt Papers, 132. What happened to me last Thursday has been a letdown on an unprecedented scale. It's been a dreadful disaster, on par with the sinking of the Titanic, the vandalisation of the Blue Peter Garden, and the French winning the World Cup on home soil in 1998. I now know how Midge Ure must have felt when he was robbed of the #1 spot in the hit parade by Joe Dolce singing "Shut Up in Your Face." Well, let me tell you, this by-election result, this means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna! See you next time. Perkins, I need a stiff one. Make it a large one.